Yeah. Hello, guys. How are you doing? Is everything okay? Hope you guys can hear me. Tell me if the sound of the mic is good. First of all, I need to know if we have anybody with me here. Otherwise, I would be speaking to myself. Let me just adjust things here. Anybody live with me here? That could confirm the mic is good, the sound is coming out okay. Let me know, guys. Think about a guy that leaves everything to be adjusted during the live when the live is on. That's me, right? But it's okay. What is important that we're gonna have a nice conversation here. We have a polemic topic to discuss today. Oh my God. Let's burn the house down. Woohoo! I want to talk to you about a few things today. Anybody live with me could confirm my mic is good. You can hear me. I think so. I was testing a software before the live, but it's so frustrating. I could do better with these lives. I was planning to come here and show you images, and I received a very nice idea. I got a very nice idea from one of you guys last Sunday. You guys suggested that I made a react on the old videos, the past videos. That is a very good thing. So during the week I tested, I tried to make it happen, but the microphone, not the microphone, but the computer doesn't help. So the memory is not so good. And the images get choppy, the sound gets choppy. And it happens the same thing that happened during that live with Luciano Oliveira. And I don't want to go through that again. It was really embarrassing and frustrating. So I'm going to wait for me to have a better computer so I can come here and we can discuss Brazil with a better quality. I'm going to invest on a PC, right? That is on the same line of those that people use to play games. Those gamers, they have those nice computers with a video board and all that quality. So I think that's what I need. I need a faster computer to edit and also to go live, because I have so many ideas, guys. Like, I want to interview people during my lives. I want you guys to participate, to ask questions, like a podcast. I want you guys to react on old videos with me and so on. But I need a better computer, so we have to play with what we got now. So who's here with me? Step up and say hello, guys. I don't want to be alone. It's weird talking to myself like this. Hey, John, what's up, man? Is everything okay with you? How was your Sunday morning? Your Sunday afternoon? Oh, my beautiful wife is here with us. Hi, my baby. How are you? Oh, it's hot in there. Yeah, I heard, man. I heard like there are a lot of places in the United States that is going through a lot of heat wave, right? Let me tell you something, buddy. Been there, done that, okay? Because like in December, we burned as if we were in hell here. Even São Paulo, that is not accustomed to high temperatures. I mean, the maximum would be 90, 89, 90. We got 96 Fahrenheit, So that was scalding. It was really hot. There were days that like my whole house was open, the windows and the doors and everything, and we couldn't sleep, man. So yeah, let me tell you, we are not prepared for the weather here in Brazil, So of course, we can buy air conditioner, but I don't have one. And even the fan was blowing hot air. So it was like putting a dragon close to you and the dragon was blowing the hot air. Oh yeah, that's right. Look at what my wife is saying, that we had a hamster and he died because of the heat. Can you believe it? It was wow, 110. Jesus Christ, that would be almost 45 degrees Celsius, Tali. He's in Phoenix, Arizona. So 110 would be what? 45 degrees Celsius, I guess. Let me see. Which is a lot for us, Fahrenheit to Celsius. So if you said 110, my God, yes, 43. 43 degrees is a Rio de Janeiro temperature, buddy. But Rio de Janeiro has beaches. Does Arizona have? Probably not, right? You don't have a coast in Arizona, so yeah. So people always jump into the water in Rio, so that's okay, you know. But oh my God, I can imagine. My wife is funny. If he had a hamster, it would be, it would be definitely dead. Yes, that's for sure. Yeah, we feel sorry for the hamster because it was the all beach no water. Yes. Yeah, too hot, man. My God, my God. The weather is so weird. Some people don't believe in this global warming thing, but come on, how can you explain such a change? When I was a kid, we had more defined seasons, right? 49 degrees, my God. So people living under air conditioner all the time, no? My God, man. That is a lot. That is a lot. My God. Dry heat. Yeah. I don't even know what it is like. It's like in a desert. Yeah, that might be terrible, no? Can you imagine? So yeah, the weather is changing so much. Like in São Paulo right now, something about São Paulo is that we have cold weather here, not compared to the south, because when we think about the south of Brazil, then you see cold weather. Like even in, if you take Santa Catarina, which is the second state, right? There are three states: so Paraná, Santa Catarina, and Rio Grande do Sul. So Santa Catarina is in the middle. They have snow, but not snow like you guys in the US or Europe, but they have ice falling down, the temperature gets to -2, -3, -4, something like this, -6, which for you it would be, let's see here, see if I can put that, -1, 30, -6, -6, no, I would say -3 in Santa Catarina, 26 Fahrenheit. Can you imagine? But São Paulo has some cold days, and the problem with São Paulo is that it's pretty windy sometimes. So you have the cold weather and you have the blast of the wind on you. So the thermal sensation is even colder. So I don't like the cold weather. I'm gonna be honest with you. When it gets cold in São Paulo, sometimes I feel like running away, going to the coast. Especially because my daughter has some respiratory problems. So when it's cold in São Paulo, it sucks, man, because the weather also gets really dry. So I need to put that humidifier that I vulgarly call Bob Marley. Maybe you guys can understand why, right? It's stupid, but I call the humidifier Bob Marley. So I have to turn on Bob Marley all the time, because it's just crazy. Too dry. I can feel that. Anybody else with us here? I want to hear from you guys. How you all doing? I want to apologize because when I finished the live on Sunday, I said I'm gonna record the videos now and then I'm gonna post 3 more videos during the week. One book that is in my target for me to read is How to Multitask, because it's been really hard for me to multitask. I look at my schedule and I look at the number of things that I gotta do, and I usually pick one or two and I forget the others. That's the problem. So it was a very productive week on my side. I finished the second book of Brazilian Portuguese. Yay, finally. Pretty soon I'll be able to show you guys my work. I'm having a makeover on the number one. I'm making it more attractive, more beautiful. I'm changing the audios to look even more professional. And the number two, I was writing the story, so I finished this week, and I'm gonna edit it now and then start number three because I already have. Thank you, John. I already have a lot of students in this book, so they were waiting for number two to come out, and I was running behind schedule. So I'm gonna be doing this this week. I'm gonna finish editing and then start number three, and then I have number four and number five. So that's my life. And at the same time, I need to try to juggle with the channel because you guys are important for me. This channel and everything that I produce here, I consider this as an entertainment for me. I love doing what I do. I love editing. I love the final results. I got really excited with that video about BYD. Hi, Tisha. How are you? How are you doing, Tisha? Oh, Tali, this is Tisha, the famous Tisha I always talk about from Bermuda. Very special person here for us on the channel, right? How is your shoulder, Tisha? Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm only one man, John, but I sometimes forget that. And my wife is here to complain. Don't give her this opportunity, John. She's gonna start complaining about the things that I do, and you see, man, this this live is gonna become those talk show, those those shows on TV that they discuss relationship. That's a problem. But anyways, guys, I got a lot of plans for this week. I finished preparing the scripts for 7 videos. 90% recovery in 8 months. I'm super impressed. Wow, that's very good. Congratulations. Congratulations. Guys, if you don't know, Tisha had an accident. She injured her right arm. Like me, I had a problem on my labrum, which is the membrane of the rotation of the shoulder. Oh, it hurts. So it depends on the day and the position, it hurts more or less. But Tisha's problem was bigger. So at the beginning, I said, come on, be strong. You're going to go over this. And ever since we've been rooting, because we consider Tisha as family already, family for this channel. She's a very special person, contributor, helper. So thank you very much for this. Hey, my great friend, Neil Saint Jean. How are you, man? Boa tarde, meu amigo. Tudo bem? Como é que você tá, meu querido? Neil St. Jean is back to the good old states, to the state of Philadelphia. Probably today in New York, right, Neil? You're in New York, saying hello to friends and family. How are you all doing? So, guys, as I said, I couldn't post, and I apologize, but look, I got 7 scripts done in the oven. It's tonight, I promise you. I'm gonna finish this live, and I'm gonna start recording at least the 3 recordings I'm gonna make for the 3 videos of the week. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 o'clock Brazil time. You guys will receive 5 p.m. You receive videos from the channel. I've been selecting some very diverse topics. I've selected some things about real estate because a lot of you guys like it. But I have also selected other things. I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to spoil the bliss. But I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to put my heart in the editing again, in the narration, in the presentation. Hope you guys have fun. I hope you guys watch everything. And you remember, you have a direct channel with me. Whenever you want to talk to me about anything on the channel, any suggestions, you are free to do it. Okay? You are free to do it. Remember, I'm here for you guys. So your suggestions become videos. Okay? Last night, I went over the notes that I made during the last live, and I put all the things that you guys suggested on the list of videos to be made. So, guys, I was thinking one beautiful thing about this channel is the fact that we talk about Brazil is that I have infinite possibilities. I think you will see me with white hair or no hair at all, still talking about Brazil and talking about so many things that happen in this country. We have history, we have sports, you name it, culture, cartoons. Jesus Christ, there are so many things that if I sit down and start preparing scripts, I'm gonna prepare 1,000, so they become 1,000 videos. I know a lot of channels that are limited, because of the topics they choose. They have to squeeze in order to create a new story that becomes a video. That's not our problem here. We've got a lot of things we can discuss about, right? But how you guys doing? I want to hear from you. Where are you watching me from? Send me a message there. Participate. Don't just watch this old man talk. I want to hear from you guys. I want to take your questions. So it's very important for me. All right, guys. I want to talk to you. First of all, I've been consuming a lot of Brazil lately, more than usual. Last night there was a game from Brazil, right? Brazil and Mexico. How many of you have watched this? Or how many of you are following the Brazilian soccer? Because this is our jam, right? If you think about Brazil, you gotta think of Pelé, right? Pelé, look at this guy. May he rest in peace. The biggest, the best ever, So the Brazilian soccer is not as good as it used to be. We have a new renewed team. But there was a game yesterday, like a friendly game, I think in the United States. And I think yesterday I watched Colombia and the United States. I think Colombia scored 5 goals, 5-1 against the US. Sorry for my American friends. I'm gonna confess, I was rooting for the United States, not for Colombia. I have nothing against the guys. I really like the Colombians, but because of my friends and the respect I have, I was rooting for the United States. But I know you guys still have a lot to go. A long way away for you guys to play soccer as these other teams like Colombia has been playing for many, many decades, maybe a century, right? Not to mention Brazil. But I missed this game. I didn't watch it, but I've been consuming a lot of Brazil. So I just finished watching a documentary about Romário. If you guys have VPN and you have the possibility to watch the content from Brazil on the streaming services, I think it's Max, HBO Max. Yeah, now it's just Max. They talked about our forward during the 1994 World Cup soccer World Cup games in the United States, and we won. I remember this. I was 13 years old when that happened. I watched all the games. I remember as if it were yesterday how much I shouted when we were the champions over Italy in the US after 24 years, because the last title had been 1970 with Pelé. And then we tried many other times, but we couldn't win. And in 1994, we were the champions because Romário was amazing. So the whole documentary is about Romário. If you guys are interested, if you are studying the Brazilian Portuguese, I really recommend you guys watch these things. Neil, my student, watch documentaries about Brazil. It's really interesting. Another one that I finished watching was from Ayrton Senna. And Ayrton Senna, I think it was Max as well. I need to check. I'll let you know. I'm going to make a video about Senna. But it was really interesting because for the first time, they made a documentary where Senna talked. So the name of the documentary is Senna by Ayrton. So his name was Ayrton Senna. So he commented on everything. There was not a guy coming and say, look, this happened, blah, 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 telling the story, right? No, he was in first person. Ayrton Senna commented. Interesting. They got a lot of scenes where he talked about his races, his relationships with the Brazilian women, his money, because at the time I think he was the best, the most the highest paid athlete in the world, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think even bigger than Michael Jordan at the time, you know. United States and Brazil on Wednesday. Very interesting. Thank you very much, John. I want to watch this. Who am I going to root for? Do you guys have an idea? And I remember because in 1994, the eight finals, do you guys call it eight finals? That phase that is the first of elimination, it was Brazil versus United States, and we beat the US for 1-0. I remember it was Bebeto, the guy who scored the game, if I'm not mistaken. You know. But I've been following sports more closely. Are you guys excited about the Olympic Summer Games that start this month? I think it's this month, right? In Paris. Let me see if it's this month. Hold on. Let me check. I think it's this month. Summer Olympic Games. For us, we don't say summer. We just say Olimpíadas in Portuguese. Because I know you guys have winter games, as we don't have winter games because it doesn't snow in Brazil. So, we don't say winter summer games. It's just the Olympic Games, which is Olimpíadas for us. Olimpíadas de Paris de 2024. Friday, July. It's July 26. So just next month. July 26. Normally it started in June, if I'm not mistaken. You guys excited about this? I really want to watch and see how Brazil performs this time. You said you July 11th. It says here July 26th. Friday, July 26, 2024 to Sunday, August 11th. Really? Just a few weeks? For me, it was longer than this. Closing August 11th, 2024. We have a guy, Wasim from Saudi Arabia. Thank you for being here, buddy. How are you doing? How's everything in Saudi Arabia? Is it hot in there right now? John was saying that he's going through a heat wave in the United States. How's the weather there? Here is just too dry. And it's not cold. That's funny. We are supposed to be in the winter right now, but not cold. But anyways, guys, talking about sports, I want to talk to you about something kind of annoying, to say the least. First of all, don't forget to smash the like button to help this channel grow. Please remember, I really depend upon you guys, and this is good. So click on the like button. Do not leave this live before you help me on this. Yeah, click on the heart. It helps us a lot. Okay. You saw, I think, the title of the live streaming of today, right? Talking about the NFL players. We discussed last class. I'm talking like a teacher. We discussed during the last live that we're gonna have a game here in São Paulo, right? Even John checked the schedule and everything. I just don't remember anymore. I was supposed to have checked. Let me see. Hold on a second, guys. Need my glasses. Okay. Let me check here because I even saw the prices and I want to inform you guys. Yeah, I just found it. 1 second. So NFL in São Paulo, prices and where to buy. Eagles versus Packers. So the general sales starts on the next Wednesday, which is the 12th. By the way, Dia dos Namorados here, okay? The Valentine's Day in Brazil. is this Wednesday. Okay, so just so you guys know, the Brazilian culture, Valentine's Day for us a little bit different from what you guys celebrate in the U.S. It's not the day of love or in Europe, right? It's a day for your boyfriend and girlfriend, or boyfriend and boyfriend, girlfriend and girlfriend. The dates that you have, the person that you go out with. It's not extended for family members, kids, nothing like this. Just the person that you have a relationship with, a romantic relationship with, right? So on the same day, they start selling the tickets that just happened in September, all right? Take a look. The prices range from 285 reais to 2,520 reais. Wow, 285 reais. If you're paying dollar, guys, it's not very much. Dollar to real. It's and by the way, did you see how high the dollar is right now? It's 5 reais and 29 cents right now. So $1, 5 reais and 29 cents. This is amazing for you guys who make dollars. So I said 285 reais, $53. You're gonna be paying for a ticket. I'd like to know from the Americans watching this live right now, how much do you normally pay for a ticket when you go watch an NFL game? Let me know, please. Here you will be paying the cheapest one, $53. And the most expensive one, as I said, hold on, 2,520. Let's see that in dollars. So 2,520, $476 for the ticket. Probably it's gonna offer you a very good view and everything else, you know. So take a look. You're gonna be it's gonna happen on the Neoquímica Arena, which is the Corinthians Stadium. Save what I'm gonna say now for you to understand what I want to talk to you about when it comes to the topic of the live. Corinthians is a team that we have in Brazil, in São Paulo. In São Paulo, basically, we have four big teams. We have São Paulo, Palmeiras, Santos, which is on the coast side, and we have Corinthians. Corinthians is in the east side of the city. Palmeiras is on the west side. São Paulo is the south side. And the Santos is on the coast, so 50 minutes away from the city. These are the four mega soccer teams in Brazil. Just so you understand, Corinthians has been world champion before. They have beaten European teams. São Paulo has done that 3 times, my team of heart. São Paulo has been world champion 3 times, Palmeiras never. And there's a joke about this, but I don't want to offend the Palmeirenses. Well, Palmeiras is today the strongest team in Brazil, and they are green, okay? And Corinthians is black and white. So Corinthians and Palmeiras are big rivals. They hate the guts of one another, but inside the soccer team, of course, if you are on the streets and you come across a group of teams of Corinthians, it's dangerous. It's like the rivalry that you see in England when you see Manchester City versus United or Liverpool or Arsenal or Chelsea. The fans, they tend to clash, not the family, but those that are fanatic by the sport, right? So this game, Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers, will take place at Neoquímica Arena, which is a very nice stadium. I have a video about this, where I went to watch Argentina versus Chile for I think it was Copa America. Yeah, which is the America Cup, something like this. The continent of America, not the United States. Just to make it clear. My wife said that sometimes Corinthians are purple too. Yeah, that's true. Because they say that they are, when you are a big fan, we call roxo, because you go purple. So fanatic you are. So they made a jersey that is purple. So it's gonna take place at this place, Corinthians, the black and white team. All right, so it's gonna open on Wednesday, 10 in the morning here in Brazil. Ticketmaster is the website. If you are Brazilian or if you are in Brazil and you wanna buy, I'm giving you all the information. And then we have, guys, the specific places of the stadium and the costs. So if you are in the Central Premium, it's going to cost 2,520. You can pay half if you are a student, of course. And then if you are in the inferior one, you're going to pay 2,250. So there are various places at the stadium with the various prices. I wish I could be showing you this, but my computer can't take a good image and a good software to stream. So I'm going to have to play with what I got, okay? But anyways, so the game is going to take place at this stadium. And what happened? I was informed last night that I think he is a player. I don't know if he's a quarterback of one of the teams, maybe from Packers, I guess. He went on a podcast in the United States and he said that he was forbidden to wear green once he was in Brazil. Not only during the game, but once he was in Brazil, he wouldn't be able to even get out of the hotel wearing green. It was completely forbidden. The area where the stadium is located doesn't accept the color green. This is what he said in a podcast. I'm gonna get his name here so you guys understand what I'm saying. His name is, oh yes, he's from the Green Bay Packers. His name is okay, 1 second. His name is Josh Jacobs. He's a running back from the Green Bay Packers. Okay? The Green Bay Packers, yes. He's a running back, and he was giving an interview to a podcast on Wednesday, the 6th, last Wednesday. And he mentioned, so the interviewer asked him about, hey, how excited are you to go play in Brazil because it's amazing. And he said, yeah, I'm very excited. The only problem is that I cannot wear green. And the interviewer is like, what the heck? Why? Because this is the color of the team. And he said, yes, apparently I have been told. They start like this. They told me that the area where the game is going to take place does not accept green. And we won't even be able to get out of the hotel, and we won't be able to wear green while we are exploring the city. We are getting to know the Brazilians, and we are at the parties. I think there's something to do with the gangs. Guys, it was late at night when I received that information last night. I even apologized for the person that sent me this, because I said I don't want to sound like I'm telling you off, but this kind of things, when I heard that, I immediately understood it was fake news, or it was the media exaggerating. I have nothing against the media. I think any democratic country depends on free media. I went to college for international relations. That's what we studied, the foundations of democracy. Media has to be free, even the ones that you don't like. But we have to fight for the right of listening to things we don't like. That's part of democracy, and that's beautiful. Guys, I'm gonna read your comments in a minute. I just want to finish with this idea, okay? With what my impression. So when I read that, I apologized to this person and I said I'm gonna go check. And then when I checked, it confirmed my impression. Because when the person told me, when I received the news, I remember something. Because you need the background for you to understand something, guys. First of all, we have to be careful with something called prejudice. Prejudice. The name says everything. It's a prejudgment that you have on something. Maybe because you have always heard that Brazil is violent. Maybe because you were born watching Carandiru and what happened, the killing that happened in the prison. I understand you. I'm not judging anybody here. I understand you. I think Brazil hasn't done great in their public relations, right? To for the rest of the world to have a different view. But guys, we need to be careful with prejudice because the guy heard a story, and I will explain what is the story. Corinthians and Palmeiras are rivals. They are like, give me a rivalry in a place where you live. For example, Brazil versus Argentina. It's the most classical game in the world, guys. You want to see the floor shake, you gotta be inside a stadium with Brazil versus Argentina. That's amazing. It's amazing soccer. You can be sure the guys will grab the jerseys from one another. Sometimes they will punch more the Argentinians. I'm sorry to say that. I'm a Brazilian. I have to defend my country. But normally the Argentinians, they are, we call raçudos. Raça is they have the blood. They don't want to sell the victory cheap. You know what I mean? So they go, they compete, but they have a big respect for us and vice versa. We have a big respect for the Argentinians. These guys are amazing. No wonder they won the last World Cup. So in South America, it's basically two hegemonies. We have Brazil and you have Argentina in soccer. So inside São Paulo, we have Palmeiras versus Corinthians. São Paulo, my team, won a lot of championships. But I don't know if there is a, okay, sometimes they fight like Corinthians, São Paulo, but there's nothing more traditional than Palmeiras versus São Paulo versus Corinthians. If you go to a fan, they have some fan clubs spread in around the city, and you know what happens inside of the Corinthians club? They have a saying: the green color is forbidden here. So if you want to go inside the Corinthians fan club, you cannot be wearing green. For me, ask my opinion. It's really stupid. It's a stupidity, but it's something that happens in the realm of sports. Just to make it clear, guys, it's a rivalry and a stupidity that happens inside the realm of sports. It's like give an Argentinian the yellow color. He's gonna burn it in front of you. I have heard multiple reports that the Argentinians say, I respect Brazil, but I will never wear a Brazilian jersey. I will never wear. They say that. They say that to the camera, to the reporters. Brazilians, on the other hand, are more, I think, reasonable. Brazilians are rational. I know Brazilians that wear the Argentinian jersey. I wouldn't, because I don't like the Argentinian soccer, but it's just my opinion. I'm not bad mouthing the guys or anything. I just don't like Argentina as a soccer team. I prefer my country, Brazil. But I know a lot of Brazilians that would be wearing the Argentinian jersey. I have neighbors who do that. But it's something, guys. It's a rivalry that takes place inside the spectrum of sports. It has nothing to do with public security. The guy flew away. His imagination flew high and far. Because suddenly he said he has, look, he imagined, he created this illusion. It might have something to do with the gangs. Period. It became a truth in his head. So suddenly his brain started to accept that, okay, I cannot wear green because it has something to do with the gangs. So the first question that I asked this friend of mine who sent me the report was, what gangs? What is he talking about? Oh, Brazil doesn't have gangs. Maybe they do. Not gangs that control the city. Because we still have a government, guys. We still have police. Our police is trained with SWAT. Oh, I'm telling you, it's giving me the goosebumps. Our police is trained with SWAT. We have elite squad in São Paulo called Rota. We have special teams for bank robberies. We have the normal one that patrols the city, that is a military police. We have the civil police that is for investigation, not to mention batalhão de choque when you have protest riots, not riots normally, that wanna loot the city. These guys come with big shields and they are the like the Batman. They have a lot of equipment. They have those shoulder protections, and we have a government. So when the guy said gangs, I said, what is he talking about? Maybe a dumbhead mentioned something to him through the social media, like I don't know, be careful because it's Corinthians Stadium, but maybe it was in the tone of a joke. I mean, I've been to the Corinthians Stadium. I was wearing green. I had no problem. Nobody killed me. So, guys, I just wanted to discuss this with you today because, first of all, I feel entitled to defend my country. Oh, and but I'm being rational here. I'm not hiding the problems that we have in this country. We have problems, but who doesn't? Who doesn't? Maybe here it's a guy who wants to get money. Maybe in your country is a psychopath. So the motivation is different. It's not financial, but it's the human nature. Unfortunately, there will be no peace on earth. Unfortunately, I don't believe that. I believe we're gonna go somewhere and have peace because this world is flawed. You know what I mean? So be very careful with prejudice because sometimes you don't know. And my favorite phrase in the world is, "I was blind, but now I see." I even have this. If you guys have my WhatsApp number, check it there. It's written, "I was blind, but now I see." Who said that, guys? Let's see if you guys are good. Who said this phrase? I'm gonna give you a minute because I don't want you to sound that I'm angry. It's just it's bizarre. That to say the least, it's bizarre. Okay, what the guy said, and I don't blame him. I just think, guys, it was ignorance. I blame his ignorance. Not he doesn't know the country. I respect that, but be careful on what you say because look, there's a lot of money involved in this venture here in Brazil in bringing the NFL game to Brazil. There's a lot of companies investing on this, buying balconies for artists to go out. So I think that's what stopped the guy, and the guy retreated. He came public and he said, "Look, I'm sorry. I was ill informed. It's my bad. It's my fault. But the damage was done." Right? I mean, not that we got offended. I just think we need to understand the country first before we say things like that. You know, it's funny when I receive foreigners to Brazil and they are walking in São Paulo and they say, "My God, wow, how many towers do you have here?" Because I know you guys have no access to this kind of information. And it's okay. How much do I know about Peru, about Bolivia? And they are neighbors. I understand that. Oh, John is telling me, John 9:25. Thank you, my friend. Jesus Christ said, "I was blind, but now I see." For me, it's one of the deepest phrases ever said. He had to come from Jesus because I believe him. I really respect this. But yes, look at what my wife is saying. The green thing is just a health competition. That's true, Tali. It's a health competition. It's a healthy competition, a sane competition. Like we just, when we mock. No, I don't want red here because I'm Manchester City. I don't want the Devil's color here. It's Manchester United. Basically, with this. So I'm just mentioning I was blind, but now I see. Because blind means not having knowledge. So Jesus said, when you have knowledge, you have light. Even if you get the Masons, for example, they call come to the light. They have this expression. I don't know if you guys know any Mason. Come to the light. What is come to the light? Come to knowledge, right? Come to knowledge. Because when you have knowledge, your vision opens. I love to see Neo, Jonathan, Kevin, for example, all Americans who come to Brazil and they learn more and more and more, and they are impressed, and then they learn the language and they take classes, and then they travel to Minas, and Jesus, look at this, look at that. And guys, the same can be said about the US. When a Brazilian travels, goes to Missouri, California, Texas, discovers the history in Philadelphia, amazing, in Washington, or when you go to London for that matter. When I was in London, I was stepping on the floor and saying, Jesus, how much blood was shed on this floor, even with swords, because London is a millennial capital. Can I say that? A millennial capital. So many things have happened in London. World War One, World War Two, monuments, and so it's so good when we learn about a place. It opens your mind, it opens your view, you know. And guys, I say this about everything. It's not only my country, your country, everywhere. Go learn French. Go visit Paris. Go to Cambodia. I'm following a girl. No one goes to Missouri. Oh, guys, let me let me read the comments because you guys are amazing. Okay, let me see here. 1 second. So John said, Josh Jacob for Las Vegas Raiders. No, with Green. Okay, and then he corrected with the Packers. Under, Understandable because it's Corinthians Stadium. Baldini is probably hates Corinthians. A lot of people do. Okay, I'm São Paulo, so I cannot say that I like Corinthians. Okay, so, and then John said, okay, NFL has debunked this. Jacob stated, I guess it's something to do with the gangs and stuff. On the Green Light podcast with Chris Long. Thank you for the complete information, John, always. The NFL also denied that the teams would be restricted to their hotels. Oh my God. Oh my God. I even told my friend last night, I said, I was not supposed to be alive. Because if Brazil were exactly what people paint abroad, I wouldn't supposed to be alive. I'm 43 years old. How come have I survived so many years, man? How come have I survived 43 years in this jungle, in this war jungle? Because here is so violent. Everybody's mafioso with a little mustache and rifles walking on the street. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. We have internet nowadays, guys. Just access and study. I don't know much about East Timor, but if I want to learn, I just go and check and study and see the numbers. Don't believe me, go check the numbers. We have problems in São Paulo as well, but come on. Anyways, you have to know that by now. Okay, yes. I look. I don't want to get on this point that Americans lack education. I think Americans are very smart people. My friends are very smart people. So the problem is everybody. It's not a nationality thing. We have very stupid Brazilians. Let me tell you this: very stupid Brazilians that know nothing. The internet is here, guys. I mean, you have to do. I think it depends on what you do with it, right? Because some people prefer to stay on TikTok all the time, and TikTok has a lot of good things. Not only the dancing, okay, you have information and everything, courses, but I think it depends on what you do with the devices that you have. I like what Elon Musk said, guys. Elon Musk said that if you think about it, nowadays nobody needs to go to college or to a university. Everybody can become a specialist in any area, any segment. You just go to the internet, you start studying, you're going to have free courses. I'm going to give you two examples: Coursera and EDX. I myself took a course from Harvard on EDX 10 years ago about computer science 101, Harvard University. I remember I had a projector and I projected the image of the computer on the wall. So the computer was on my side, the projector was behind me, and the screen was here. And then I put on the speakers and I took my notebook and started watching. I felt as if I felt as though I were in Harvard having the computer science 101, and it was for free. And if I completed the course, they would send me the certificate. Too bad I didn't, because I was going through a lot of stuff at the time, a lot of busy things as always. But what I'm saying is, everybody has access to all kinds of information, So it shouldn't be an excuse that you don't know much about Brazil or any other country. I'm not defending Brazil here. I'm defending l- enlightenment. Let's study. Come on. The green thing, okay? Is it true Corinthians fans don't eat green vegetables? I don't know, Baldini. I don't know. It's really stupid. Any fanatism, in my opinion, is seriously. I can't handle it. In the past, I used to enjoy soccer more. Okay, I watched the games. I had a jersey for my team. I haven't been doing this. It's been like 20 years or something. Because first, the people just talk about this. I just can't stand talking about soccer only, or basketball for that matter. Or I think, come on, I don't want to be as shallow as just talk about sports. That's all I know how to talk. So every time I was around, the people were talking about soccer, and I got tired of it. So I stopped following the championships. Now that I have Star Plus, I've been following sports more often. Now I'm following baseball. By the way, I was watching a baseball game in London this morning. It was Philly versus New York Mets. I really like baseball. I watch the NBA. I'm gonna watch the final tonight, which is Boston Celtics versus the Dallas Thunder, right? No, Mavericks. Sorry, Philadelphia Thunder, I guess. Dallas Mavericks, the Mavs. I'm gonna watch it tonight. So I really like sports, but I don't just talk about these things. I want to talk about politics. I want to talk about Brazil. When the things you see on my channel, it's myself. I don't like to make a video only about one thing. I was just making a video about properties, and then say, "Oh no, gotta, you know, pull the brakes and change." So I was making the scripts this afternoon, and then I thought, okay, I'm talking too much about mega projects in Brazil. Let's go to another thing. So I went to cartoons. So it's totally something totally different. And when I get tired of it, I'm gonna go to history. I'm gonna talk about how the Portuguese conquered Brazil, what happened in the first Oklahoma City Thunder. Thank you, Oklahoma, not Philadelphia, John. Very good. Thank you very much. Very much. Yes. And you said here ignorance is an international issue. Yes. And it shouldn't be. No, John, because if you look at what Elon Musk is trying to say, either you like him or not. I'm not here to discuss whether you like Elon Musk or not. I'm discussing the benefits he's been bringing to the world, like the things that he tries to accomplish and change our lives. That's really really amazing, in my opinion. Come on, I mean, we are planning to go to Mars. Shouldn't we become better people before, like better societies before? Yeah, Philadelphia 76ers. Who are the Thunders? I know the Thunder. Yeah, Oklahoma City Thunder. It was correct. Sorry, you are correct. I said Philadelphia Thunder. Philadelphia 76ers. My team has lost anyways. I like the Los Angeles Lakers. So, uh, but anyways, I think we need to really open our minds. Like I totally ignore. I told my wife, look, if I want to be a YouTuber, please talk to me, okay? Send me messages here. Don't let me talk like a crazy guy. Um, if I want to be a YouTuber, I gotta handle this kind of things, because people will come and say bullshit during live streaming. Not you guys. You guys are amazing, but it has already happened. People will write comments that are ridiculous. People will say, "Oh, but I thought you guys were monkeys in your country." I've read this a million times. Ah, banana pizza. It should be banana pizza because it's Brazil. So, guys, I can't tell you how many times I have received messages like this. So, look, it doesn't affect my day. I just go over this and keep going because it's not. I'm not the one who will respond for that one day. I'm not the one who's gonna be responding for that one day. I think it's everybody and their consciousness. I think what comes around goes around, right? Or what goes around comes around, something like this. I think what goes around comes around. So people should be responsible for their own things, by their own making. I like this expression. One second. Yes. I'm in a live streaming, baby. Oh, you brought me otter. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. So, Neka, let me tell you, you can open the door. It's okay. Don't need to bang. Just open the door. Come in. All right. Want to say hello? Are you wearing pajamas? She's wearing pajamas.
Hi.
Yeah. Oh, my beauty. My secretary. She brought me water. No, she's my princess. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Can I close the door?
Thank you, Tali. So, guys, as I was saying, I just don't want to talk about sports. I don't want to talk about just one topic. I think the beauty of having access to the internet, and sometimes people think there is no internet in Brazil. I don't know if you have seen this anywhere. I've seen a meme that the girls were serious. Really? There's internet in Brazil. So the beauty of accessing internet is being Baldini loves this. No, and Baldini, they were serious. They said, "Really? How do you use internet in Brazil?" And the girl, of course, she played the game, right? She said, "No, it's not internet. It's something that comes with vines. The signal comes with vines to our houses." So and the girls were like confused. They were puzzled for a while. And then she said, "Guys, if I didn't have internet, how would I be talking to you?" But anyways, I know that there's still a long way away, a long way ahead for us to educate people about the country. And I think that's the beauty of hi Bill, how are you, man? Oh, she's amazing, man. She's a beautiful young lady, very polite. She's very sweet. She is bilingual. One day I'm gonna invite her to be here with us to talk to you guys. She's amazing. I'm in love with this girl. I have the opportunity and the privilege of being a present father because of my profession. I work from home, so I take her to school every day. First, I wake her up. I help her with breakfast, and then I help her, or at least I tell her the time that she needs to do things. Hey, 11 o'clock, time for the shower. Go. And she goes, takes a shower, and then she prepares to school. She sets up the table for us to have lunch, and I watch everything from the first row, man. And I take her to school by bicycle every day, about 3 kilometers. Let me check that in miles for my American friends. Uh, so kilometers to miles. It's 3 kilometers from my house to her school. For next year, I'm gonna change her, of course. But it's yeah, it's 1.86 miles to go, and another 1.86 miles to come back. And she goes here on my bicycle, and we go talking about everything and anything. So one thing that I remember, my father has Alzheimer's. He's not the same person anymore, unfortunately. He doesn't know who I am anymore. But one thing he used to say is that he regretted the fact that he couldn't see me grow. He used to leave home Early in the morning, we were sleeping. He would come back home late at night, and we were sleeping. That's when we were very young kids. I remember when I was 10, 11, I could see him come back because he started coming back home at 6 or 7, so it was possible. But he said, I didn't see your first word, I didn't see your first steps. And thank God I have this opportunity. I see my daughter grow. I saw the first words, the first steps. I saw the first cartoon. I was there when she fell for the first time. The first day in class, I was there. So there's no bigger privilege than this, right? And then Tisha says, take a look. Behind every good man are great women and young women in training. Very good. Yes, Tisha, she's amazing. She probably said, Manu, go take a bottle of water for your father. And she's so polite, she knocked on the door, but I instructed her to just come in. It's better. You are from the house, you don't have to worry. Even in remote areas, they have internet in Brazil. Come on, yes. That's right, Baldini. Guys, we have internet in the jungle. People think like that because we are, getting back to this topic, we are a very lucky country. Okay? Let me repeat that. We are a very lucky country to have a jungle. The biosystem of the world is in our territory. The biosystem of the world is in our territory. It belongs to the world, but it's in Brazilian territory, right? The Amazon. We're not taking good care of Amazon, but this is another story. This new government said it was going to. I don't know if this is happening, but it's in our territory. So that's why people assimilate Brazil and jungle because we have probably the biggest, no, probably not, it's the biggest biosystem on Earth. They call the lungs of the Earth is the Amazon jungle, right? So if we don't take good care of it, the rest of the world is doomed. So we are a very lucky nation. But even the jungle has internet because we have satellites over the jungle, right? Our army is trained inside the jungle. They're really good. They have those radios with antennas and phones with antennas and computer. It's not made like the Flintstones, the stones and sticks. I just love this. You know, Brazilians, and then you see the laptop computer made of wood, and the buttons are leaves. Some people have very good imagination, so it's crazy. Johnny saying I'm a lucky man. Thank you very much. I agree. I agree. 42 million do not have internet access here in the US. Oh wow. Wow, that's big. That's a big number. Even though you guys have like 300 million people. There are a lot of people in Brazil that don't have access to the internet, but there are a lot of people who do, you know. Like when you think of São Paulo, guys, and then it's me again, okay? It's me again. I have to say that because I live in São Paulo. When you think of the magnitude of the city, it's just unbelievable. I wonder how someone can think like that. Just come here. Just come to São Paulo for you to see the size of the city. If you guys follow me on Instagram, if you don't, let me write my Instagram here. 1 second. Last night I posted I posted one reel that I thought it was amazing. If São Paulo became a country, that was the topic. This is my Instagram profile. Just go there, subscribe, follow my profile. And I have another one if you guys want to follow. This is my personal one. And I have another one that is Portuguese with Mark Saint. If you guys are interested in classes, Those last two ones are kind of frozen at the moment, but I got plans to start using them again now that things are getting more comfortable. I've been able to handle these things better. But follow there. So I posted one reel last night that showed if São Paulo became a country. Unbelievable. It would be one of the richest in the world. You know, our GDP is of $600 billion. You know, it's bigger than many countries in the world. So there are a lot of things in Brazil that work, a lot of things in São Paulo that work. I'm planning to go, guys, and take my documents. The government of São Paulo created a location called Poupa Tempo. You can study about this if you want, but I promise you I'm gonna make a video about this. Poupa Tempo is a sole place, a unique location where you can take all the documents that you need. So if you need your ID card, your passport, you name it. Solve a problem with your utilities bill, electricity, you can solve there. Get a new birth certificate, you can get there. Transfer the property of a car to a seller, to a buyer, sorry, you can do that there. So everywhere. And once you get in, they have like they go through your documentation, see what you need to know, and send you to the right line. And they have seats, so you don't have to be standing all the time. And you have numbers, so and it's separated by colors. So the green color is the driving department. The yellow color is the police department, so you get your identification. The blue one is the traveling department, so you get your passport. The name Poupa Tempo means spare time. It's not common to go there and stay 1 hour, 2 hours. It doesn't happen. It's very fast, and most of the time we can schedule a visit through an app. Brazil has an app called gov.br for all the Brazilian citizens to have electronic services. Nowadays, everything is on the cell phone. So we schedule everything on the screen of the cell phone, and then we just go, and it's even faster than we can imagine. And they also take your picture there. They collect your fingerprint. Sorry, in Portuguese we say digitais. In English we say fingerprints. So they collect the fingerprints directly on the computer, and you leave sometimes with 4 or 5 documents that you needed in one place. So there are a lot of things that work in São Paulo, right? That's why when I see comments like those of that football player, I don't get offended, but I get sorry for him because it's a country with I don't know, um, 218 million, 16 million people, you know. So if the country is very small, I understand, but if the and it's like in the yard of your country, it's in South America, it's also in America, right? So it's kind of weird to have people that know very little about the country. Okay. So, but okay, I have hope that one day this is going to change. I studied at the university that the more you do business with the country, the more you learn about it, the more intimate, close you get to these people, even the fears, even the suspicion disappears, you know. I even had a test about this. I had, wow, 341 million, John. Thank you very much. Wow, wow, that's a lot. 'Cause you guys have a lot of immigration as well, no? That's why the numbers they just can you say jack up for this? The numbers jack up. They just go up very fast, you know. Brazil has immigration. Yeah, it has a lot of immigration nowadays. I see a lot of movement from other countries trying to become a resident in Brazil. That's impressive, but it can be compared to the U.S. You know, U.S. has soft power. It shows a lot of movies, and people want to have the American lifestyle. So, yeah. Guys, I talked too much today. Sorry. Ask me questions if you guys want to ask me anything about the channel, about Brazil, about culture, about history. If I know, I will tell. If I don't know, I'm going to take notes and research for next time when we talk or for a video. Okay. Yes, man. But it's John, it's also becoming a sore subject for a few countries in South America as well. The new president of Argentina, Milei, he started controlling the people who go to Argentina. Brazil is having a lot of mass immigration. A lot of people are coming to our airports and asking for asylum. I receive a lot of messages. Please help me immigrate to Brazil. I'll pay you what you want. I receive this a lot. Hey, can you help me? My wife is pregnant. I want to believe me. This is very common. My wife is pregnant. I want the baby to be born in Brazil. A lot of messages like this on my Instagram. Not judging the people, okay? I know they are looking for a better life, better passport. Sometimes they come from countries that are kind of complicated. So they see Brazil as a solution, you know. Yeah, but there are other cases as well that the government needs to pay attention. There are people that use Brazil as a trampoline to the US. This is complicated, you know. We have Preben Ajedal from Norway. Good. Very nice. Wow. There's a lot of people in Norway, no? Uh, Not as many as the countries we mentioned, but yeah, I guess. Tell us a little about Festa Junina. Baldini wants to know about Festa Junina. What is Festa Junina? Festa Junina, guys, I have some videos on the channel. 5 million. Oh my God. Let me get my. I don't know if I was stupid or I couldn't see the number correctly. Need to find my glasses. 5 million people in Norway. Oh wow. You know the city where I came from, Preben or Preben. Am I saying that right? Is Guarulhos, which is on the outskirts of São Paulo. It has 2.5 million. It's the second biggest city in the state of São Paulo. The city of São Paulo has 13 million people. The city, okay, 13 million people. Cars, more than 7 million cars. Cars, no, vehicles. That includes small trucks and stuff, pickup trucks. 7 million cars. Can you imagine? The subway transports 3 million residents a day. The subway of Sao Paulo. 3 million people a day. Incredible. Just incredible. Tali saying that I skip math classes. Yes, probably. Probably. Right? So we have here, okay, Festa Junina. I was talking to you about Festa Junina. Festa Junina is a celebration that is a Catholic. It's about São João or Saint John, one of the disciples, I think, of Jesus Christ. And they celebrate, but it has a deeper meaning. I think a more pagan meaning. I have studied about that before. I don't remember the details, but there is an obscure side for this celebration as well. But I'm not gonna go on this direction. I'm gonna tell you what it is for us. So it's a Catholic celebration. Every weekend in June, sometimes Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they have a bonfire. They have like an open place with the stalls, and they sell typical food from the countryside of São Paulo or the place where you are. So they will go like they will sell kebabs, they will sell barbecue in general, they will sell our sweets, our candies like paçoca, pé de moleque. They will sell our drinks like punches. What else? Quentão, vinho quente, which is a hot wine, beer, wine. They will sell corn. It's as Tali is saying, it's to celebrate the harvest exactly. So it's very common to put like plaid shirts, and some people will draw like freckles on the cheeks to resemble like a person from the countryside, right? They will put those tray hats. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. At least in Brazil, it's really common. Those tray hats, and they will have square dances. So normally a guy and a girl dancing in line. So sometimes guided by the bride and the groom. They dress up like bride and groom, and then the other people will go after. And they have typical songs. They have fishing for the kids to fish those plastic fish. They have it's like a fun fair. You guys are accustomed in the US, but it's Festa Junina. Okay. Oh yes, especially why the guys wear that squared shirt. I always wonder why. Basically, Baldini, because in the past, when you talked about the, I don't want to say hillbillies. Hillbilly is not offensive, I guess, right? When we talk about the hillbillies, um, they normally wear in Brazil. Okay, I'm not talking about the U.S. The hillbillies in the U.S. It's very common to wear those squared shirts, those plaid, right? You say plaid shirts, and it resembles a caipira in Portuguese. Learn this word with me. Caipira is like a hillbilly. So música caipira, comida caipira, caipira takes you back to the countryside of a state, not only São Paulo. So they dress up like this just to say, "Hey, I'm from the countryside," right? Let me see if I have a character here. I want to show you because I think I showed you the other day. Turma da Mônica. It's a Brazilian, a bunch of characters that I grew up watching. Oh, by the way, right here. This is Turma da Mônica, guys. Turma da Mônica, right? One of the characters is called Chico Bento. He is a boy from the countryside. Oh, look, I love these things. So does my daughter. These are Brazilians, okay? Brazilian creations. He has more than 60 years of existence. Amazing. Like my parents grew up reading this, and the guys are still here. Let me see if I find Chico Bento here. If you see Chico Bento, you will understand the portrait of a caipira. So that's why the Festa Junina has this. By the way, my wife and I were planning to go to Festa Junina tonight and make the live from there. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to postpone for next week, but I want to do this. I want checkered. Thank you, John. Checkered. I said plaid. No, checkered. Checkered shirts. So I want to go to a Festa Junina. I'm gonna start a live from there to show you the typical things. I will do it. You can charge me. Hold on a second. I'm gonna check here if they have Chico Bento, the character. But if I can't find, you can put this. Chico Bento, Turma da Mônica. You will see what I'm talking about. Let me read your comments here. Okay, so is it to celebrate our colheitas? Okay. So John said Phoenix metro population 4.7 million. Wow. They sell. Tali's saying that they sell everything about corn. It's a caipira party. Yeah, they throw rice exactly, Baldini. When the bride and groom they dance like in circles. It's very nice to see, and people around following the rhythm with the claps. and they throw rice, and it's very fun. They go around the fire, the bonfire. So the attraction, in my opinion, is the bonfire, not only the food. When we threw this at a condominium that I used to live back in Guarulhos, we had a big space in the back of the building. It was not very common. An open green area with trees and everything. We would make a fire so high, man. It was amazing. And people would be around just watching the fire for hours until 3, 4 in the morning. It was incredible. Let me see, guys. Oh, Turma da Mônica. This is a new one. If I find Chico Bento here, it's going to be amazing. Oh, if you guys come to Brazil and you want to learn Portuguese, I really recommend, okay, written in Portuguese. I still read a lot of things in English, by the way. A lot of Batman in English. Oh, I haven't found Chico Bento, but I found Magali or Maggie, because we also have this in English. I'm gonna show you. Look at her. The picture. Oops, here. This is the typical caipira in Brazil. They have those stray hats. Oh my God. Okay, here. They have those stray hats. Can you see? Sometimes they have this. Is this overalls? It's overalls. I think it's overalls, right? Not coveralls. Coveralls are for mechanic. They have those overalls, and then they have the checkered shirt. Yeah, country boy. So basically, you are celebrating harvest. It's amazing. Look, I'm not Catholic. You don't have to be, but I love going to a festa junina. They have popcorn. They have games. My daughter loves to pick up the toys. Because whenever you compete, like you throw a ball on the cans, for example, you get prizes, you know. Yeah, that's why I wanted to have a faster computer so I could show you guys on the screen the things that I'm saying. But okay. Oh, guys, Turma da Mônica in Spanish. Okay? So they publish in Spanish. They also publish in English. Monica and Friends. Okay. So I bought this for my daughter so that my daughter could start learning how to enjoy comic books. See? Let me read your comments, guys. Okay. Thai Gideon, hillbilly is a derogatory term. I'm sorry. It's like an uncivilized country person. Sorry. So I didn't know that. Because I learned just 2 words. I learned redneck. I also think it's offensive. And I learned a hillbilly. I have a friend who is from Tennessee, and he uses this term to talk about himself. That's why I didn't think he had something bad about it. But thanks for the information, Ty. Yeah. I'm gonna go back up because I think I have missed a few comments. How did you learn English, bro? It's ridiculous how well you speak. Thank you very much, buddy. I started learning when I was 10, man. I went to school, but I really learned English when I decided to watch television. And that's what I say to every person I teach English and Portuguese. I say, hey, do you want to learn the Portuguese? You got to watch the language. It's what people at Harvard call brain soaking. If you want to learn a language, you got to brain soak first. Listen to the language as it is spoken, no subtitles, and then you're going to speak really well. So I learned the grammar from school, that boring thing, but I remember I was talking to a guy from Louisiana one day. He barely understood me. He would say, "Ah, I think you wanted to say that, right?" He was always correcting my structures, my phrases. And then I realized, okay, I know vocabulary, but I don't talk like them. I need to start watching. And when my daughter was born in 2015 and she had no language and started learning English from birth, I could see this pretty close to me, because she watched all the cartoons in English with no subtitles, of course, and she learned it naturally, like you guys did back in the U.S. or England or Canada. Yeah, no Chico Bento here, no problem. Da-na-na. Let's see. Okay. So country person, country boy, country girl, better. Thank you very, very much. Can say hillbilly too. It's funny, but it's used as an insult usually. Boa noite. Wasim, thank you. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you very much. Guys, do you have any other questions? If you don't, I think I'll go as well because it's basically time for me to start recording the videos of the week. If you guys didn't get the beginning of the broadcast, the streaming, I apologize because I couldn't post 3 videos last week, and I'm focused on doing this. But now I have a lot of scripts prepared. I'm gonna record them right now, start editing the video for tomorrow. I've been picking very diverse topics because I don't want you guys to have just one line of videos on the channel, not only economy, not only properties, not only history, a little bit of everything. That's the secret of success, in my opinion. That's why we'll keep you guys engaged and interested in this channel. All right. So you guys have any other question? Want to ask about properties? Want to ask about investment? Want to ask about the culture? Because if you don't, I will go. Can you guys hear my wife sing in the hallway? Guys, just to remind you, we have communities on the channel, right? If you want to consider supporting the channel, we have basically three products, 3 categories: a tourist, a resident, and a citizen. So the tourist, if I'm not mistaken, like $3. If you guys want to support the channel and receive perks in exchange, it helps us a lot. Just with the conversion, remember, you're helping this channel a lot with the things that I have to do because all the things that I do here, they demand the time. And sometimes for me to do them, I have to put the things that pay my bills away. So these payments, they go exclusively for the channel, especially, okay? Because I want to use this money for a new camera, for a new computer, for traveling, because I don't want to make videos just about São Paulo. So if you guys want to support, go take a look at the communities. Whatever category you guys decide, good for me. If you prefer to do that on Patreon, I have the same products on Patreon. All right. If you think Patreon is easier, go check it out as well. Just type the name of the channel, Brazil Unsubtitled, and you're gonna have the 3 categories. You perks that are common are like extra pictures. I will post pictures for you that are taken during the recording of the videos. I will make extra footage. So sometimes you will receive a video that nobody else has received. Okay. Like I was in a museum and I separated just one floor of the museum for the members of the channel. If I have more citizens, I right now I have just one. I have Tisha, when I have more citizens, at least three or four, I'm gonna have a private a video call with you guys. It's not a live like this. It's a private video call with you guys appearing on the camera. Getting it's basically a meeting between me and you guys for us to discuss Brazil, for you to ask me anything about the country or any support that you guys need when you come. So it's gonna be very interesting when this starts to happen. I will have exclusively lives for the members as well. If you guys have no condition to do that, no problem. When you click on like, when you subscribe to the channel, and when you watch my videos, you are already helping. Okay, so go back to the old videos. If you're curious, go to the first ones. Go take a look the way they were made, see how much we have changed compared to the ones we have now. These things, they also give volume to the channel, and it helps us a lot at the end of the day, right? Also, if you guys want to learn the Brazilian Portuguese, I need to tell you I have created a course. I have a methodology that I created to teach Brazilians the English language, and I'm also using the same technique to teach foreigners the Brazilian Portuguese language, and the results have been amazing. 3 4 months, believe me, there are people speaking Portuguese with me. The problem is I haven't advertised this very much lately, but I have all the videos to prove, all of them. I can show you guys. You will see that there are people that in 3 months they are communicating in Brazilian Portuguese, because we focus on really on what really matters, which is the language, not the grammar, right? So you want to learn more? Send me a direct message on Instagram. It could be a Brazil.unsubtitled that I already sent, or the specific profile for that, which is Portuguese with Mark Saint, everything together. Send me a direct message. Let's talk about Portuguese classes. I've been taking private classes with a few people. In the future, they won't exist. It's just going to be groups. But in the meantime, you can have private classes one on one with me and learn the Brazilian Portuguese. Neo, for example, who was here at the beginning of the live streaming, is a student. Okay. We also sell studio apartments and apartments in Brazil from all ranges, from $50,000 to $5 million. If you guys are interested in investing in Brazil and buying a property here, send me a direct message on Instagram on Brazil.unsubtitled. Let's talk about it. I can send you some PDF files with information, some pictures, some videos about the projects that are ongoing at the moment. And you can buy your own property in Brazil. Remember, guys, $1, 5.29 reais. If you don't take advantage of this moment, I don't know what you're looking for or waiting for, because if Brazil gets better economically speaking, the tendency is the dollar to drop and the real to be stronger. So we spent many years that $1 was 2 reais, 2.5. Now it's unprecedented what we have. So $1, 5.29 reais. It's a big advantage, because if you buy an apartment that costs $1 million, a million, big apartment, you're gonna pay 200 grand USD. So send me a direct message. I can explain everything. You guys don't have any questions? If you don't, I'm going to leave. John is reminding you guys to click on the like button. Thank you, John. Thank you very much for the support. Yes, click on the like button, because this gives us relevance for this. We'll be here every Sunday. I will try to be here on Wednesdays, but let me see if I can do it. My schedule has been pretty tight in the past few months, but Sunday is for sure. Okay, I'll try to be out next Sunday. I'll try now. I'm promising. I'm gonna be in a festa junina, in one of these celebrations, and we're gonna go live from there. I have a good mic now to go externally, so you won't miss it. You won't want to miss it. Be with me here to see the typical food, to see people dressed up as caipiras, as country boys, country people. The music. I just hope the music doesn't drop my live, right? Because with YouTube we have this problem. Let's see. But I will go anyways. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, John. Thank you, Baldini. Thank you, all of you who have come here. Ty, Gideon, the Norwegian guy, forgot the name. Let me see his name. Preben. Thank you very much for each and every one of you for this moment. Tisha, thank you. Thank you, Tali. And I'll see you guys next week. Let me work and produce quality content for you guys now. Bye bye, guys.